Wanderlust started out as a sequel to The Gate. It wasn't even called Wanderlust at that point. It was going to be an exploration of acoustic instrumentation. It was going to sort of follow the same flow that The Gate did. And then I got to a certain point with the project and I had to stop because I hit this sort of life stage where all these things kind of happened to me at one time, including relocating to the Southwest. And so the project kind of got put on hold. As all these things were sort of happening to me, occasionally I would sort of throw down a couple of tracks here and there where I had time or when the studio was operational. So once I finally got settled and I came back to the project and I had sort of listened to all these little bits and pieces that I had thrown down as I was going through this process of sort of reformatting my life, I realized that the project had just kind of completely gone in a totally different direction. It was sort of a sketchbook, really. I listened to the tracks that I had thrown down, and I realized that where I was going initially with the project just didn't make sense anymore. That these textures and tones that I was putting down really kind of reflected what I was feeling in my environment. For Wanderlust, I brought a lot of electronics and synthesis back into the fold. For my last project, The Gate, it was primarily acoustic. All the instrumentation was acoustic, all the playing was live, and really the only electronics used were samples that I had pre-recorded, but no synthesizers or anything like that were used. And the work process for that CD was really labor intensive because I really had to hone my skills on a lot of different instruments just for the CD to sound good. So there was a lot of practicing, rehearsing, recording, re-recording. So it was very slow and labor intensive. With Wanderlust, the workflow was a lot smoother and a lot more organic because, bringing electronics back in, the craftsmanship is sort of taken over by the machine, so to speak. There was still a lot of hands-on percussion, guitar, but a lot of the skills had been sort of refined and practiced over the years between The Gate and Wanderlust, so the workflow in general was just a little bit smoother, and the recording went a little faster. I think the thing that I struggled the most with in creating this CD was layering all the textures. It's a very textural CD, and there's layers upon layers. Some of the tracks are very clean and minimal, but some of them are very dense, and it's always a challenge mixing all these subtle textures on top of one another and getting them to sound like something other than mud. And right up to the point where I was mastering, I was finagling these levels and EQing and just trying to get things to sort of fit in comfortably in the space, because some of the tracks are just so dense and have so many layers to them that, that's even after stripping out some of the layers. That was a real challenge, just trying to get everything to sort of fit comfortably in the sonic spectrum. You start down this path whenever you start a new project, and you think, okay, this CD is going to be this and this, and it's going to sound this way, and it constantly changes. I've stopped trying to predict what things are going to sound like and just kind of get into this space where I start composing and just let it go wherever it's going to go. But that's one of the nice things about being a musician, is there's always that room to explore and try different things and make sounds that you're not used to or even comfortable making, in the hopes that you find something better and unexpected.